guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we're doing a bit of a wacky deck for me, May. I'm using some B.E.S cards as sort of a sticker. This is essentially, think of it as an engine I was going to get to anyway with something like Monarchs and stuff, but I can use it for B.E.S because they're kind of tribute monsters, they're kind of big monsters, and we pair them with the Neos and Frog engine. I've even mixed in Deep Sea Diva to make Blast Cannon Core a little more relevant to the deck. So what does Blast Cannon Core do? If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you get a special summon this card that's really good. You can still have a monster, they just have more than you, you get a special summon. Pretty good monster. And then like all the other BES monsters, he gets 3 counters, can't be destroyed by battle, loses a counter with each swing. So pretty much the best BES monster, 2500, 3k defense, level 9, tons of potential with this card. It's a very good card. So, you know, I'm just toying around with it right now. This is not its optimal use. There's a lot of ways to use this card. It's just replacing Monarchs, essentially. Think of it like that. Another replacement is B.E.S Crystal Core. It does a few things for this deck. It is water, which helps with Swap Frog's special summons. And of course, it's a 1 tribute, which works great with Treeborn's Frog's Loop. And he can switch an attack position monster to defense position. So that's actually a pretty good effect too. Can help you get over monsters, since a lot of our attacks are pretty much lower, with 2600 Neos Fusion being your most consistent. But we do have some big boys like Star Eater, Vermilion with our Deep Sea Diva. She also opens the door to Cursed Javelin. And then we have that pool of new Link monsters. I'm really in love with Rasterliger. He's super strong and leads to OTKs after your Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn. He's pretty much 4k damage you can bring out. Very good. Brute Enforcer as an alternative to Nightmare Phoenix, because Brute Enforcer you can make with 2 Divas, which you cannot do for a Phoenix. And then we have some other limited cards, such as Concentrating Current, which would work great with this boy's 3k defense, and Enemy Controller, which is really good when combined with Treeborn Frog. And then of course Dark Hole, because Dark Hole is just, you know, a clap and a half. So yeah, Draw Sense high level on Quentin right now. There's probably way better skills you can work on this, but I'm trying to farm skills on him because he has some really cool skills I would like to get to as soon as possible. So these are actually some really cool replays showing off this Link pool mostly. And I think we get some Star Eater action and everything from there. So hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. We're going second. He's got 23 cards over there. Magician's Magic, no sleeve or mat. I don't see why I don't have a mat and only a sleeve. That's pretty peculiar. But here he brings out a Dark Magician just out of the blue. Full anime status. First move, I normal summon Dark Magician. Just beautiful. So here he comes. Then he uses the skill once again as if he wasn't leaning on the skill enough. And then 2 set, there's Dark Magic. Boom boom. Oh, he started into a Dark Cavalry. Okay, that's actually a pretty good start compared to where he could have been sitting. So we're gonna special summon our Blaster Cannon. Throw away Treeborn Frog to bring out Swap Frog. Throw away another Swap Frog. That's just deck thinning. Now we go into Phoenix. We're going to get rid of that pesky back row, or we would if Cavalry didn't want to stop us. It does stop us. Throws away a trap to do it. So it's probably a pretty good trap in his back row to have him set it over Power Frame. We go in our Neos. He can stand up to Dark Cavalry at least for a turn. But we have no other cards from there. Here he's going to show Dark Magical Cylinders, sends it back, creates Conjurer, and a Dark Magician Girl, so we virtually know his hand now. Normal summons the Conjurer. Now he's got the Magical Dimension to bring out the Dark Magician Girl. Tributes. Here she comes. He will get an Instance of Destruction, but obviously we have Neos Fusion, so we're not going to get hit for lethal just yet, or ever in this duel, but yeah. We have 2 Neos Fusion in there. Did you catch it? How did the second one get in there? We threw it away with the Phoenix. So there's actually lots of instances to get rid of all these extra Neos Fusion, believe it or not. You have Phoenix, you have Unicorn, you have all sorts of stuff. So here we're going to normal summon Diva after we special summon Treeborn Frog. We have a field full of monsters already, guys. We get rid of Neos. What am I, a crazy fool? Nope, we're going into Vermilion Dragon Mech. He has no cards in his hand. That's a free pop of Dark Cavalry. Bye-bye Vermilion Dragon Mech. We're going into straight Star Eater. Why? That back row, we already established, he went out of his way to protect it with Dark Cavalry. I haven't felt any delay. It's been pure dead, so it's a very good battle trap. You know what that means. Mirror Force. Now what does Star Eater do? This card's Synchro Summon cannot be negated. When Synchro Summon, cards and effects cannot be activated. If this card attacks, it's unaffected by other card effects until the end of damage. So it doesn't negate them. It's just unaffected. So he gets his Mirror Force, he gets the animation, but Star Eater just rips right through it, and our boy scoops with only 3,100 life points left. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a paradox. You'll notice every turn is virtually going second. It's hard to go first with this deck. The best you got is usually just a Neos, maybe a set monster to go on top of that. But here we have our cannon. We have a Swap Frog and a Diva and a Neos Fusion. So this is actually a really clapper of a hand facing Shiranui. So as long as we tread lightly, we should be able to do this pretty well. He's got a Warning Point, our Blaster Cannon core. No big deal. We're gonna Deep Sea Diva. And then boom, bring out another Deep Sea Diva. That's going to be Cursed Javelin. So we can turn that boy into 0 attack. Now here comes Swap Frog. We threw away a Diva, bring out Swap Frog. Swap Frog's going to mill a Swap Frog. Then we're going to return Blaster Cannon Core to our hand. Why on earth will we do that? Now we can use Cursed Javelin, Swap Frog to make Phoenix. Now we can throw away that Blaster Cannon, destroy a Mirror Force, Neos Fusion. Now we have lethal damage, guys, and he scoops. Picked apart his field, got over 2 back row, zeroed a monster, brought out lethal damage. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going second against an Xyzs. Let's see where she's going with this. It looks like 30 cards, 29 cards over there. We have a Neos Fusion, we have our B.E.S Crystal Core and Blaster Cannon. So as you could see, we have Fusion, we have Link, we have Synchro, we have Xyzs. They're so wild, you can use all of them in a single turn, or a single duel. Here we're going to start, we're facing Shiranui. We're going to special summon Blaster Cannon, use our Neos Fusion, we throw away Treeborn Frog, of course. We get hit with a Floodgate, so we're going to normal summon our core over our Floodgated Neos. Now we can switch. Oh no, we don't switch this monster to defense. He uses Dimensional Prison on B.E.S core. That's actually a good card to counter them. But we destroy it with our Crystal Core. Now he foolishly uses his Spirit Master to fish out his Spectral Sword, which is going to banish your Spectral Sword. You're still going to be just left with a 6, but you could have done a little more damage or just set up for a better turn. Here, Crystal Core. We block him, obviously. We get Treeborn Frog and our Diva, so we're really popping off. We're going to switch that boy to defense. Now we get rid of the Crystal Core with the Treeborn Frog. Brood Enforcer. Now we can throw away this extra Neos Fusion. We don't need it. Neos is gone. He has to discard a monster. That's perfectly fine. Now we normal summon Diva. Here we go. That's already 4 worth of monsters on the field. He's going to send that back. No big deal. We go with a 3. That's Unicorn. Goodbye to B.E.S Blaster Cannon Core. Bounce that monster back. Here we go with the Raster Liger. He only has 3,600, so we could even go with Brute. Obviously, we had Unicorn, which is over 4k, but we flex on him with exact lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going first for once. Super rare. I don't know why nobody has any Saber Mats right now. So, 29 cards. We got 2 Neos Fusion, a Swap Frog, and a Diva. We're going to start by setting the Swap Frog. Even if we flip summon the Swap Frog, we still get his mill effect. We're going to do the Treeborn Frog just to be safe. Then we're going to normal summon Deep Sea Diva, bring out another Deep Sea Diva. This is 3 monsters on the field already, which means we can just use a Phoenix. We have 2 Neos Fusion and only 1 Neos to summon. which means we can throw away a Neos Fusion. It's a great way to get it into our graveyard. So boom, there we go. Great value of a dead card. Otherwise, we are facing Gravekeepers, which means I know that's a flip monster. So boom, boom, here we go into the Nightmare Unicorn. Throw that boy away. Still left with Neos Fusion. Looks like lethal to me after 2 instances of removal. Quite the clap. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Little Yug. We're going second. We're going for rank up. This deck was clapping. I don't think this is much of a duel, though. I think this is just Exodia, a 30-card Exodia. So, trust, I will show you guys Exodia before Mime ends. For sure, we'll get that Turbo Exodia right back up. Exodia is kind of in a good place. Lots of people like to use the Incarnate, and it is fun. It's kind of a different deck. You have a lot more win cons. But if you're shooting for just draw Exodia in hand, get it done, Monk was the best way here. As you could see, he did a lot of draw power. He was left with the 0 attack Jester, and we easily got out not only a B.E.S core, but then a Neos for lethal damage. But yeah, so as for just drawing Exodia into your hand, Summoner Monk went a long way. I'll definitely get there before this ends. So this essentially is how I run Frog Monarchs. Not so much with the Diva. The Diva is here so we can use our normal summons and take advantage of our B.E.S special summon and get to the bigger monsters like you saw there. And these new link pools, that Ras Ligers, or however you say that monster, is big lethal addition to the Phoenix and Unicorn combo. Pretty deadly, guys. So great stuff. We had Fusion, Xyzs, and Link in this deck. Can you believe that? That's actually really crazy. So great stuff, guys.